Hello everyone, and welcome to the Hunter Association, your source for all things Hunter x Hunter. My name is Kaige.
And my name is Dylan.
And on this week's episode, we'll be talking about Hunter x Hunter 1999, episodes 69 and 70.
Nice.
The end of Yorknew City. Yes, nice. Nice, very nice. Then, of course, we'll be going through our community comments. If you'd like to join in the community and have your comment read, be sure to comment on the YouTube version on the weekly community post. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to help grow our community of Hunter x Hunter fans. Additionally, if you'd like to know when new episodes are live, click the bell to mail notifications. If you're an audio listener, make sure to rate, review, and comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at TXHXAPod, as well as Bluesky at THAPod for podcast-related updates and to submit responses to the weekly call-out posts. If you'd like, you can also email us at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com. As always, we provide timestamps in the description if you'd like to skip ahead to any of the aforementioned segments.
Nice.
News, there is a little bit. Chapter 413 and 414. Oh my god, I can't speak. 414 were submitted to Shueisha. Let's go.
Awesome, we got through it. Yeah, big news, I guess. Yeah, more chapters submitted. That's awesome. Great news.
Yes, we're getting closer. Any week now. Although, little confusing because we do have a new batch coming in. Shonen Jump. 3 series are leaving and 3 series are coming in, and none of those coming in are Hunter x Hunter. So, okay.
Maybe the batch after that, I would have to assume at this point, right?
Yeah. So, we might be looking more like March.
Which,
if I had to guess.
Yeah, which I'd be okay with. A little longer than I would like personally. You know, I think all of us would be in that boat, but.
Yeah.
Hey, that's still pretty soon, even if we're assuming that, you know. So.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It could be earlier, could be later though. So brace for that if it happens.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the last batch in Shonen Jump seems to be complete and utter flops all across the board. So we're probably getting a second axe batch very soon.
Yeah,
after
sooner
this.
rather than later.
Yeah. So maybe Hunter x Hunter will be a part of that. We will see.
Additionally, in those tweets, I think it was for 413, he posted it with a drawing of Kurapika, and that same day he posted 3 following images of the eyes. I think the second one was like, well, how did it go? It was like the blacks of the eyes, then the red, then the black, then nothing. Right?
Yeah, so it was a sketch of Kurapika on his little whiteboard thing, right? Saying 413 was submitted. And then he erased it, and he posted a follow-up basically saying the red won't fade and laughing. So the red just wouldn't erase. So all you see is Kurapika's pupils basically on the whiteboard. It was just a really funny sequence of tweets. He actually never tweets back to back to back like that. Then he covered over it with black marker, and then he erased it all completely and said it disappeared.
It disappeared.
He's getting real creative with these chapter submission tweets, though. 414 was he wrote it within a box of bamboo shoots, so like the candy. So yeah, very funny.
Hell yeah! So yeah, getting closer.
It's only a matter of time, guys. Only a matter of time.
All right, I think with that we're ready to talk about these episodes.
Yeah, let's talk about the end of Yorknew City for 1999. It'll be a good one.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Okay, everybody, welcome to our discussion on Hunter x Hunter 1999, episodes 69 and 70. Starting off with episode 69, Exchange, Revenge, Judgment Chain.
Nice.
So, these are both very good episodes, I will say.
Pretty good.
Very good.
Very, very good episodes all around. And we'll talk more in depth, obviously, as we go into them. But, overall summary, I guess, to start off with, very impressed.
Yes. Super impressed. More so with 70, but I do have things to say about 69 as well. So, starting off, we are just right where we left off. Paku's on the way to the meetup location. Hisoka's at this point, he's already contacted Ilumi, and I assume Ilumi's on his way there with Kaluto as well, as we will see. Yeah. So the troop that is left behind at the hideout, which is Franklin and Bonolanov. And by the way, Bonolanov never changed design the whole way through. He's just been this weird like belt guy the whole time.
That's certainly a decision, but you know, at least they're consistent, I guess.
Yeah, but you know, it made me realize how like little that actually matters, because I forgot Bonolanov actually doesn't do literally anything in this entire arc. Nothing at all.
Even Cortopi had like a more prominent role in this entire arc than Bonolanov. He did jack shit. I completely forgot that he actually just does nothing. Like nothing. It's crazy.
Yeah, nothing. Literally nothing. Wow. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for him.
So they hear like a sound or something, and they figure that somebody's in the hideout, so they go and check it out. And Hisoka kind of breaks off from the group. And they're like, oh, wait a minute. And he's like, I'll be all right.
Don't worry about me.
And that's when he swaps with Ilumi, obviously. And Franklin and Bonolanov see Kaluto sneak out the window real quick as a distraction, I suppose.
Yeah, I can only assume.
So this is the only time that Kaluto interacts with the troop before joining, and this is actually a scene that was cut from 2011. So it's nothing ultimately, but it is something.
Yeah.
It gives you like a little, like, okay, I guess I can kind of see maybe why Kaluto would join. I guess.
Kinda. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch.
He gives them a look.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a weird scene, really, when you think about it. Like, not really. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It's interesting.
I still think Kaluto joining is intentionally somewhat of a mystery as to the reasons why. I mean, we know he's looking presumably for Killua, a brother. I never specified Killua, but I don't know, whatever. Yeah. It's something. I'm sure we'll learn more about it. Maybe actually, I don't know if we will.
Only Tagashi knows.
Yep. So that happens, and Hisoka, quote unquote Hisoka, comes back out, and yeah, now it's Ilumi for the rest of the arc. Back to Pakunoda, she has arrived at the
airport.
The airship that will take her to the meeting spot. Kurapika informs her that the driver already knows where to take them, and Kurapika walks out with Crollo and Melody and asks if she is alone, to which she says yes, and has Melody check if it's a lie. She's all good. And the whole time, I really like the subtlety of it, but Crollo is just he's just looking. But there's so much thought behind those eyes, you can just tell, like, and I mean, we do get some of his thoughts, but even without seeing the thoughts literally said to us, you can tell what is going through his mind, and I just think that's really cool.
Yeah, laser focused on just Pakunoda the entire time, like, just hoping she knows what to do, basically.
Yep. So, Kurapika now tells Pakunoda that he's going to put the chain in both of their hearts with different binding vows. For Crollo, I think he does Crollo first, right? Yeah. It's forbid the use of all nen, and then he kind of stops. And the way 99 does it here is kind of funny, because he actually starts to speak, and then there's like a minute-long thinking sequence. So it's like, was he like just standing there in silence while he thought about this?
Would have been interesting from Pakunoda's perspective. Like, what's with this guy? Like,
yeah.
Not very convicted here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I was Pakunoda and I saw that, I'd probably start to catch on to what Crollo was thinking about. But whatever.
Yeah, but Kurapika's in fairness to Kurapika, yeah, he's thinking like, what would be the best condition here to ensure that Gon and Killua are returned safe, essentially, like that, because that is the number one priority here.
Yeah. Yep. So he ends up making the other condition that he can no longer speak to any troop member.
Fair enough.
Yeah, makes sense to me. And then the conditions for Pakunoda are Hold on. What are they?
Uh,
It's you can't tell anybody about me, and
I think that might have
what is
been
the other one?
it.
Is that it?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Potentially.
Um,
Pending.
let me see. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a look, but
Oh, I knew you. Okay, it's the other one. Is just you will bring
oh,
the hostages to me with no tricks.
yeah.
Just,
Okay, that's what it was.
Yep, bring them here. Yeah.
Sorry for the lull there in the discussion, guys.
Yeah. That one, it just like that seems like something that you wouldn't even really need to make a condition, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I guess if you really want to ensure that it does happen, then yeah, you can.
Yeah, being absolutely careful.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, he sends Pakunoda away. But before that, there's another scene where he kind of stops her, and he's like, "Why aren't you like questioning anything? Why aren't you? Don't you think this is unfair? Nothing." And she's like, "Well, I mean, you wouldn't ask me any of this if you intended to trick me." Fair enough.
Yeah, no, she kind of, hit the nail on the head there. And there was a really fun sequence before this also where Melody was kind of like comparing Pakunoda and Karapika, and that they both kind of have a
Yeah.
very similar goal here at the exact same time with just like caring about their friends, so to speak. And she kind of
Exactly. Yeah.
realize that instantly. But it's funny how like she doesn't
And
communicate that at all, because like obviously that would just anger Karapika at this point, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and it's that whole thing where like she can tell that Karapika's starting to sense that too. Like Karapika's starting to realize that these aren't exactly like the heartless killers that he thought they were. Even though they kind of also are, but they care about each other very deeply. Yeah. And that's what's throwing him off. And it's something that obviously Gon saw much earlier on in them.
It's all about perspective at the end of the day.
Yeah. So Pakunoda arrives back at the hideout. Nobunaga is already on the ground when we cut there, which is really funny. I probably had to knock him out immediately. So they're basically, it's just the same. It's an extension of the same kind of arguments that were happening in the last batch. Just like, are we really going to just do everything that the chain user tells us to? Or Karapika, they know his name now. Really, it's really just Finks. It is other people on his side, but Finks is the loud one about it.
He's the ringleader, yeah.
Phaeton, yeah. And everybody else that's on his side is really quiet about it. So it kind of feels like a one-man army, but it definitely isn't. Regardless, though, it seems like a fight's about to break out. Everybody's standing up. Machi even like steps in front of Pakunoda, ready to like risk it all. Mm-hmm. Which is cool. But then Gon speaks up, and this is a scene I love dearly. He's like, do people not understand what is happening here? She's putting her life on the line for your friend, your leader. How do you not understand? It's the most obvious thing in the world. What are you not getting here? And Finks is like, well, okay, you're just trying to save your ass. And then Gon breaks the chains and stands up. I love it so much. And then Keel was like, well, shit, all right. And then he just kind of like shuffled out
yeah,
of the
like effortlessly. Like
so funny.
It's a funny showcase.
They could have gotten out of this at any point.
They were just that trusting in Karapika's plan, though, which is why like the subtlety there of like how easy it was just for them to get out of that. Like I like that a lot, how they showcased it here.
Yeah, it's so cool. And Gon just tells him, I'm not saying this to save myself. Take it back. I love that too. Like, he doesn't want to be misunderstood here. He's not doing this for himself. He knows what he's doing. And then even funnier, Finks is about to like beat the shit out of him. He's like, all right, kid, you want to fight?
And I take one step over here and I'll rip your head off, basically.
Yeah, and Gon sticks out his tongue. He's like, I'm not that dumb. Hell yeah. It's so funny.
Every time I watch this arc, I get reminded about how like easily rage baited Finks is, and it makes me laugh every single time.
Yeah, he really is prone to rage baiting. So the infighting continues, and Franklin steps up and says that he is on Pakunoda's side and asks Shalnark what the worst case scenario is. Shalnark thinks it's like everybody on the opposing side is being manipulated, and we lose like half of our members or whatever. But Franklin's like, no, actually, the worst case scenario is we all die.
So, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I think Franklin's onto something.
Definitely right. Yeah. So he is the voice of reason here, which is really cool, and he kind of calms everybody down and changes the atmosphere in the room.
It all comes back to it comes back to that whole message of just like, like the spiders only lose if the spiders are completely dead. Like spiders will live on even without the leader, even temporarily. So, whatever they do, they can't do anything that will cause the collapse of their entire organization. Is really what it comes down to. So he's being the voice of reason in that regard, but he's very calm about it, and it's very different from all the other troop members, which is why I appreciate this scene.
Yeah. And it's cool because he does have that same mentality as Finks on paper, where, like, we can go on without Crollo, at least on paper, that's what he's saying, but in actuality, he's saying that we really do need Crollo. Whether we all want to admit it or not, we kind of do need him around.
It would be nice to have him, but then he also even says, like, in the event that, we don't get Crollo back, then we just kill everybody who's being controlled, and we revive the spider ourselves.
Yep, carry on.
We move on business as usual. So, he's very optimistic on every regard here, which is interesting.
Yeah. So after that, Karapika then calls Finks, except it's actually Shalnark's phone. I don't know why Finks still has it, but whatever.
He really wants to be the one to answer that phone every time.
He really does. He's taken the leadership position by force.
And of course, as usual, the moment he picks it up, it's just handed over to the hostages now.
Yep, that pisses him off.
He throws the phone this time. Yeah.
Yeah, and Shalnark doesn't like that.
That's not your property, man. What the hell?
Yeah, all Karapika does is like ask if all the troop members are still there, and Gon says, "Yeah." That's it. Then he throws the phone back, and Shalnark gets freaked out again, and Finks finally kind of comes to terms with his own thoughts and feelings on the matter, and is like, "All right, let's just do this. We'll do what you say." And I assume, from Karapika's point of view, hearing that from Finks is probably like, okay, I win.
Yeah, we got him. We got him.
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah. So Pakunoda sets out with the boys. And, okay, before I go to that, I want to point out a cool little thing that 99 did here. It could be in the manga too, but I don't know. But there's a scene where we see Hisoka playing with cards like he normally does. But because it's Ilumi, he fucks up, and one of the cards falls to the ground.
Oh my god.
I love that. It's so cool.
I noticed that detail too, and I was like, it like blew my mind. I'm like, oh my god, they thought about this. It's peak. Like,
I love that. That put a smile on my face. What a cool detail to add.
It really is just little things like that like really immerse you in like when you can get clued in like that and like be rewarded for like when the reveal actually happens. It's very nice. Like, I'm looking at that from the perspective of someone who's watching that from the very first time. That's just like a cool, such a cool detail to add there. I love that a lot. They didn't have to do that, but they did.
Yeah, super cool. I loved that a lot. So now the boys and Pakunoda are walking, and Pakunoda just has a sudden spur of the moment question on her mind. Why are you guys not running away? Like, if you ran away, Karapika could just kill Crollo scot-free, and you guys could still be free. Yeah, there's really nothing to lose.
I'm injured. I'm not going to be able to catch up to you if you do it. So like, why? Literally, why?
Yep. And Gon... They actually, I like this too. They both start speaking, but Gon kind of overpowers Killua, because of course he does. He's that friend, the one.
We all have that one friend.
Yeah. But he starts speaking up, and he's like, he's our friend. We do not want to see him turn into a murderer. It's as simple as that.
So sweet.
And it's so sweet. And Pakunoda kind of stops, like literally stops for a minute.
And she like had an epiphany
like, "You
off of that. Like,
Yeah.
like, okay. Kind of broke into her mind for a little bit there with that sentence.
It did, yeah. It's something she can relate to. I mean, it's literally why she's doing what she's doing right now. It's for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So they approach the meeting site, and the people in the airship notice that somebody's coming up from behind, lurking in the shadows. Who could it be?
I wonder.
And it's another. I like how this scene happens, even though we all know who it is, but they still hype it up. But the way they portray it before actually showing who it is Karapika gets a call on the phone. It's like, okay, I mean, who else could that be at this point?
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. And yeah, it is. Is it even revealed? No, it's not. It actually ends before it even shows Hisoka's face, but it is Hisoka. But that's that episode.
That is the whole episode there, episode 69.
Nice.
Very nice episode.
So, very nice episode indeed. Yeah, I really like this. You can just feel the tension. It's something 99 does very well with the whole of this arc, and especially here. I love the way they portray the infighting with the troop. Normally, honestly, I give 99 a lot of flack for how they handle Gon, but they nailed it, actually. I thought Gon was handled extremely well in these episodes.
It's a very stark contrast to how they treated him in Heaven's Arena for the most part, which is, I guess, like why like it's kind of cool to see here. But yeah, like they put a lot more respect into Gon's character work here than most other places of 1999 or 9099. What the hell am I saying? 1999. And yeah, like it's a little bits of consistency like that throughout an entire arc that really like make for episodes like this when it comes to like tension building and like just kind of introducing these climactic stakes, right? So this episode did that really well, and it had me feeling very hyped to see the final episode of this arc.
Yes, indeed. And let's just go ahead and get into that because this is a very good episode.
Yeah.
So this is episode 70, Feelings, Hopelessness, The Spider's Downfall.
Good title.
Ooh, very good. So real quick before we actually talk about the episode itself, this is our last time with this opening and ending, and I want to ask, did the opening grow on you at all over these last 4 weeks?
Okay, song-wise, yes. I won't say, like, I grew to love it, but it did start becoming a little catchy to me after a little bit. I won't lie.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I found myself kind of like singing along here in this last episode, which I was not doing previously. I don't know why. It just suddenly clicked with me in this last batch. I was like, okay, you know what?
Yeah,
I
I still don't think it's like the best opening ever, but like it's especially visually. I still don't really care for it visually speaking, aside from like
no, it's pretty boring.
the Pakunoda like bullets and chain like colliding or whatever. Like that part was okay. But song is okay though. It grew on me a little bit. I can say I respect it now.
Yeah, not a bad one. The ending's still cool.
Yeah, ending's still
I
cool.
liked it. Okay, anyways, this episode, we begin exactly where we left off. Hisoka's approaching. We see that it is Hisoka now. Kurapika picks up the phone, and he just immediately has that oh shit look on his face. He's like, God damn it, bro.
Like right now of all times, man. Like, you bastard.
Yeah, seriously. So he's explaining to Kurapika the situation. Like, don't worry, I left a double behind. Everything should still be good. Yulimi can only last like a couple hours, though. 4 to 5.
Gotta make it quick. Yeah.
Yeah. And you see Ilumi's like mask is like freaking out. I don't know how they're not noticing that
like
shit, to be honest.
Bubbling up. Very.
It's bubbling up.
Yeah. Like very apparently
Yeah, that
too.
ain't
Like
good.
if any of the troop member was looking at him, they'd know it's not him. I don't know how he's managing here.
Like, are you good, Hisoka? Oh, yeah, just face bubbles, you know.
The usual.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like he could use like a texture surprise excuse, but like I don't think he ever revealed that to the troops.
They don't.
So.
Yeah, they don't. That's the whole thing. They don't know about that.
Yeah, so kind of fucked if Illumi doesn't last there, I guess.
Okay, there is one out. He could say it's related to the ability that Kurapika put on the binding vow.
Such a
if he needed to, he could probably pull that out.
broken excuse.
Yeah.
Just literally cannot deny it at this point with everything that's happened.
Yeah. Or I guess he could do what he usually does and just say, I can't tell you what's happening.
Actually, that would actually be the best excuse. Yeah, they can't refute that.
Anyways, yeah, he's just explaining he's only here to fight Crollo. Drop him off to me separately, and let me have a field day with him.
Yeah, let me have my date, basically.
Yeah. He keeps calling it a date, which is really funny. To him, it is. Yeah. This is the best kind of date he can possibly have.
Oh yeah, one he was very much looking forward to.
He sure was. So, Kurapika's like, all right, whatever, fuck it.
Well, also, like, he kind of threatened to kill Gon and Killua also if he didn't comply. So.
Yeah, there's that. But at the same time, we also get Hisoka's internal thoughts where he's like, yeah, right. Yeah. I would never do that. But
Kurapika doesn't know that, though.
Kurapika doesn't know that. Yeah. No. So the now 2 airships take off, and they land on this weird mountain rock thing.
Yeah, this canyon area. I never really understood where this is in relation to Yorknew, but you know what?
Well, remember, actually, we observed this earlier. They did mention that there's a desert right outside of Yorknew.
Oh, you're right. So. Yeah. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Yorknew's just a very weird location in general, though, I guess. I don't know. Like,
I guess it's like Vegas.
Oh, I guess.
Right,
but you know that's kind of on the opposite coast of the city Yorknew.
Well, it sure is, but maybe Togashi didn't know that.
He thought New York was on West Coast. That's a funny thought.
Yeah, maybe. So they land, and Kurapika tells Killua to put the phone up to his heart, which is. If in any other circumstance, I'd be like, what the hell are you trying to do to me right now? Like, why would you want that to happen? But in Hunter x Hunter, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. So he does so, and Melody listens for the heart, and he's all good. All smiles. So nobody is being manipulated, and the hostage exchange begins. And there's this really cool shot of Crollo walking forward, and in the background, Kurapika just looks cool as hell. Yeah. Like one eye, you can see one red eye, and the hair's like blowing in front of the other. It looks like
so good
wallpaper material.
I will say during this scene though, Crollo looks to have like a very large forehead, like larger than usual, and I thought that was kind of funny to note.
Well,
like his like profile
also
specifically.
There's that, and also Killua's eyes are really far apart.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. I guess some slight character design sheet misinterpreting or something. It's not for the whole episode, just certain shots.
No, yeah.
Same with
mainly for this scene specifically. But like there is some nice looking stuff here at the same time though, and the one part of this that I really like is once the hostage exchange is complete, we see Kurapika kind of like step forward a little bit with like his scarlet eyes, right? And Leorio kind of like goes to like stop Kurapika because like he doesn't know what he's about to do, right? Like is he going to like attack Crollo, like blindside him or something? I'm sure something like that was going through Leorio's mind. But then Kurapika just turns around and his eyes are all blue and he has a smile and he's just like, don't worry, like it's fine.
Yeah.
So sweet. What
a relief that would be to see for Melody and Leorio in that moment. So cool. Very sweet. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's also a scene along the way where the boys and Crollo pass each other and they like look at him, but he's just looking straight ahead.
Yep. Now everybody's reunited. So, everything's fine now.
Yep, everything's good. At least on Kurapika's side.
Yeah, on that side at least, everything is peachy now.
So now, Pakunoda and Crollo can't even speak to each other. So nothing happens there. But instead, Hisoka approaches and gives the whole breakdown to Crollo. But first, Pakunoda goes inside because, I mean, obviously shit's about to go down. So Hisoka tells him, I joined the troop just to fight you. This is my whole goal. I fake joined. And then he shows his back and rips off the tattoo or the texture surprise. And Crow's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I can talk to you now. So he says, I'm not worth fighting. And Hisoka's like, well, I mean, are you just trying to tantalize me? Are you trying to buy time to steal my ability? And then he like glows orange. So I guess his aura is just like really, I don't know, concentrated.
Very
right
intense
now.
aura right now, all pent up energy.
Yeah, it's so bright. Yeah. Yeah, so that was not something I was expecting, but it kind of looks awesome. He's like going Super Saiyan or something.
It looks pretty fucking sweet, I can't lie. And also, I gotta like give a shout to like Hisoka's facial expressions throughout this scene too is also really well done. They kind of put a lot of effort into that as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is the closest thing they got to animating a fight. Oh, that Discord call ruined my whole life.
Oh, awesome. Love that for you.
I got jump scared.
But so yeah, we're going back to like Hisoka and Chrollo. Like this entire Hisoka reveals that the tattoo was fake or whatever, and even though Chrollo's saying like, yeah, I'm not worth fighting, he's always like, oh, I know your ability, I know what you're all about. Show it to me, give it all to me. He's ready.
Yep.
He's ready to go.
He is. Yeah, and he looks great. But I was trying to say it's like the closest thing they get to getting to animate a fight in this whole batch.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably just went all out on the cool like hand movements and facial expressions. It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So he winds up and goes for a card throw attack. I guess is how he was going to start this, but then he kind of retracts it at the last minute, and he's like,
you realize, he's not lying. He actually cannot use his men.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he's bummed out. We don't get the panel of like the funny face. They don't do it in this version, which is a shame.
No, we get like a nice
whatever.
like
It's just
aura farming moment of him like releasing the cards and them like blowing in the wind.
Dude. Yes, I love this scene. Like it's like the cards or leaves blowing in the wind. They're just going all over the place. It's so cool looking.
Yeah, we get a little shot of like the Joker like death card thing.
Yes.
Too. Oh my god, it was good. It was so good.
That scene is amazing. The shot of just Hisoka's side profile as the cards are flowing in the wind beside him and in front of his face. Oh my god, so good.
Something
so good.
Like that involving a lot of tiny moving parts is, I would assume, very hard to animate well, but like it looked so natural and so clean there. I was really impressed with that sequence.
Yes, that was phenomenal. I loved it. So Hisoka is bummed out. He is depressed. This is a different side of him we've not quite seen before, and he boards the airship and is like,
just take me
Chrollo said we can leave. Yeah, let's just go. Let's get out of here. So they leave Chrollo behind on his rock, where he will remain for the rest of this arc.
Yeah.
And Pakunoda and Hisoka set off.
Yep, and this is where Hisoka also reveals to Pakunoda basically how he tricked everybody.
Yes. And Pakunoda's still curious, like, why didn't you fight Chrollo? Because she doesn't really know what's going on with Chrollo. And Hisoka just vaguely says, I'm not interested in broken toys.
Love that line.
Love it. So good. So they set off and back in the other airship with our boys. Leorio and Kurapika are talking about how, okay, well, they didn't fight, so I guess things were explained. Yeah, and he's just kind of catching Leorio up on like what the deal was with Hisoka here. And the other boys approach, Gon, Kilo, and Melody, boys and girl, I suppose. And Kurapika actually apologizes for exposing them to danger. Well done. The good move.
We love some accountability.
Well, yes. We do love accountability. Let's go, Kurapika. And Gon, I love how they do this too. This isn't unique to 99, but I love the voice acting and facial expression on Gon, where he's like, so I guess now the spider issue's done. Like, he knows that that's not the case, but he's trying to convince Karapika that it is.
Yeah, he's like, please, man, stop. I beg.
Yeah, and Kilo even like picks up on it too, and he's like, hey, yeah, I guess it's all over now. Nice job.
Right.
I love that. But Karapika's like, no, I mean, even without its head, the spider still carries on. And then Gon drops the act, and he's just like, please, just don't go after the spiders anymore.
So Karapika just passes out, basically. So
yeah, so obviously he doesn't really say anything. Instead, he just passes out. So, all right, damn.
Yeah, fair enough.
More on that in the next episode. But for now, that's it. Actually, that's all we got.
Now we get to the real meat and potatoes of this episode.
Yes, here we go. This is great stuff. So, Pakunoda's on the phone explaining that she is coming back. To which I assume, because the way they're talking, I can assume the troop members were like, "Oh, you're actually coming back?" Shit. And she's like, "Yep." And we see another shot of Hisoka just looking really fucked up, his bags under his eyes. After minutes, which is impressive. And then when they land, he bids farewell, gives her a little hint on what's going on with Crollo, and he dips.
Like, he also explains that, like, his what his real prophecy was, and how, like, it kind of got completely averted. So, telling her that, like, every step that we take, basically, we inch a little further away from what our fate is, which I thought was a really cool message to be, like, leaving off on this, and gives a lot of it gives a lot of credence to Pakunoda's decision that'll be coming up soon.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I like to think that this little speech here that Hisoka gave kind of pushed her even further. I mean, I feel like she was gonna do this regardless, but
especially after
that might have just drove it all home.
Yeah, no, I think this has been something building up for her since Crollo was even captured. But, like, that combined with, like, the interactions with Gon and Killua, and then also this interaction with Hisoka, I think it all kind of combined into what we're about to see here.
Yep. So Hisoka leaves. Farewell, Hisoka. We actually will see him relatively soon.
Yeah, it won't be too long.
See you soon. Yeah. And then Pakunoda. I love this scene so much. Pakunoda's
so good.
It's very good. Pakunoda is walking back to the hideout, and she encounters a little white cat.
It's so cute. I love it.
It's so cute. Little nose sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable. Kind of picks it up, just starts walking with it while reflecting on her life. Meteor City, we see a good look at it with airships just dumping trash on it. Perfectly encapsulating what living in that place is like. And a little shot of Crollo smiling back at her as the cat jumps out from her arms and runs to an alleyway. And she decides to follow, and the cat looks back at her too, like it kind of wants her to follow. Check this out. So cute. And it takes her to a little
grotto
park,
kind of,
I guess. Yeah, grotto with a bunch of cats. Oh, I love this scene so much. It is. Oh, I
love this.
This hits.
Yeah, this worked so incredibly well. It's a bunch of different cats, but, like, they're not all from, like, the same bloodline. Obviously, it's a bunch of different varieties of cats, and they are all just like they all are a collective still, though. And then we pan to my favorite part of this, which is just like a lone black cat just like sitting on top of a perch here, which we all know who that's representing here. Oh yeah, right. Pakunoda gets
so good, very
introspective here at this point. Happy to just have that cat reunite with everybody, and that leads her to think about her own status and just the troop in general, So sweet.
Yeah, and I want to mention the exact line. She says, "Welcome back to the place where your friends are." Oh, man.
Something about just having cats represent this symbolicness. Yeah. It hit. It really hit. Maybe it's just because I'm a pet owner. I don't know, but they worked extremely well for me there. I thought it was so sweet.
Yeah, and exactly as you said, I was gonna bring that up myself about how it's all different cat shapes and sizes, different breeds, bunch of them. Like this scene could have been so different if that cat walked back there and it was just like her kittens or something.
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't have quite the same impact as the way they decided to show it here.
Yeah, because that's a different
So
dynamic.
So good.
But like these are just a
Yeah.
bunch of misfit cats that you know they're all one big family still, and that's exactly what the troop is.
Found family.
Yep, found family.
Found family. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Incredible. Oh my god, I love it so much. That scene worked so well for me.
Yeah.
I love it to death.
Very, very simple, and like it wasn't like there was any crazy direction happening with that scene, but like it was just very efficient at what it was trying to convey, and I really appreciate that.
Yep. And now we approach the final moments of Pakunoda. She approaches the hideout, gun in hand, and they immediately notice, okay, she's holding a gun. What the hell?
Yeah,
What's going on?
That's awesome. Yeah.
And they're just like, where's Crollo? She's like, I got nothing for you. I can't say a word.
Yeah, Finks is like preparing to beat her up too if she doesn't explain
Yeah.
herself. Like, okay, man, Jesus, you know.
Yeah.
Like you already know that like you're under the assumption anyways that Hisoka was like being like manipulated and can't say anything. Are you not going to assume the same thing could be happening to her? That's kind of crazy, I think.
I know, right?
Which
like,
just leads
Finks
into
is
his
ridiculous.
hot-headedness, but like it's just crazy to me. Like, oh my god, dude, get a grip.
Yep. Yeah, he is being insane. Like holy shit. He's power tripping right now. He's really wanting to be the leader. So she thinks to herself, got 6 bullets, can fire a memory bomb into 6 people before I drop dead. Just enough for all the founding members.
Mm-hmm.
So she readies. It's gonna be she says out loud, she says all their names: Finks, Nobunaga, Machi, Franklin, Shalnark,
Phaeton.
and Phaeton. Yep. Will you accept this? And of course Finks immediately is like, what the fuck? Come on now. But Nobunaga is like, Finks, relax. This is Paku.
Yeah.
And I love that because that does actually get him to calm down. He's like, you're right. This is Paku. We've known her since we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
What's she gonna do to us? And so she fires all 6 bullets. It looks so good.
Yeah.
This is an amazingly done scene. The way like the recoil on the gun, animated so well.
I love it. No 99-esque sound effects here.
Yes.
Very real sounding. Like
Yes. Dude, yeah, the gun firing and the impact of it. Amazing sound design. That's something I've never said about this series once. But they killed it.
They nailed it here. They nailed it when it mattered the most, and that's I can appreciate that. Good job, 99.
Yes, great job. And the scene, they all get impacted, and then hey, there it is, the static effect.
Okay, we brought it back. Good job. Good decision. And they paced it very, very well this time too. So
yes, it wasn't a long drawn out thing. They showed exactly what we needed to see. Perfect. Excellent job.
Yeah.
Even ending like this first flashback sequence with like the Crollo line of, the spider exists as a whole, not an individual or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Peak. Perfect. Then we cut back and another incredible sequence here. Oh my god, dude. I was losing my shit.
Yeah, the chain slowly forming like over to Pakunoda's body.
Oh. I like started clapping when I saw that chain. Like that's not in the manga. That's not in 2011. No. That is 99. And my god, that is such a genius move.
The tension building that happens as soon as you see that chain as it slowly forms to Pakunoda and has her face kind of like not necessarily in despair, but like in acceptance almost. That like she knows what's about to happen here, and then the moment of showing her heart and then it just collapsing. Dude,
chills all over my body. Chills. The chain rising. It's so good, dude. That might be my favorite scene in all of 99. I'm serious.
I think it is
just
too.
Killed it.
No, I'm in 100% agreement with you. We're not even done with the sequence too. As she falls over dead, Finks is like getting the memory bomb as well. of her interaction
Yep.
with Gon and Killua specifically.
Yes.
Leading credence to why she decided to do that. Oh my god, it's peak.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my god, 99, you killed it. So good. It just perfect. No notes, literally. Like, oh, I couldn't believe it. I was seriously just like clapping, crying, laughing.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yep.
Peak fiction. Oh, dude. Thank God. I'm so glad we watched this show just to see
Yeah,
this. This is
this
the
made it
definitive
all worth
version of this.
Which is, yeah, we
Oh
can't
my
say
God.
that for many things at all about 99, but I think it's pretty damn definitive here. Like, if I have to watch
Yeah.
the Pakunoda scenes from any of these adaptations now, like, or if I want to, like, go back and re-experience them in some way, I think I'm pulling up 99 for these moments right here.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. 99 is the Pakunoda anime. It, like, I just love what they did with her so much.
Yeah, we still have a little bit more of this episode to talk about before we go into our final thoughts, but, like, truly, like, I've never been, like, a huge Pakunoda fan before this, but my respect for the writing of that character and just that character in general has increased immensely as a result of watching 99 here. She's become one of my favorite troop members now.
Yep. So good. Oh, dude. So let's quickly finish up this episode. The Pakunoda falls, and Shizuku's actually the one that goes up and it's like, oh my god, she's dead. What the hell happened?
Closes her eyes and everything. Yeah.
Yep. And Finks is the one. He's level-headed now. He's calm, understanding. He's like, I'll tell you everything. And he does that. We don't get to see it, but I mean, we know what he says. As we cut away from them and to Crollo with a single Joker card left behind. So good, so good.
Recites his fortune to himself, and recites the entire thing basically, or the entire last part at least. Mentions the whole, go to the east, you'll find what you need there. He's like, well, east it is.
East it is. And we end off.
But I love the detail too of as he's saying that the sun is rising as well, and as you know, the sun rises in the east, so it's just like very, very well animated, like sunrise here, I guess, to kind of end off this episode before it fades into black. Very well directed here too.
Phenomenal. That was one of the best episodes in this whole run.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
It's
no notes.
Easily.
Literally no notes.
Yep. It's a damn near perfect episode, which is so impressive for 99 standards, man.
Yep. Yeah. I couldn't believe how good it was. I just 99 as a whole just took Pakunoda and ran with her. They did so many things with her that I would have not expected. And they nailed it on all fronts. It's like,
it's
what an incredible job.
I really want to know like how different the production was between the TV run and these OVAs, because like it's also fascinating to me just how much more consistent in quality these OVAs were compared to the TV run, and like that's just like mind-boggling to me. Like I really don't know what it is, but like so like not exclusive to this last episode specifically, I guess, for that note, but I mean like obviously with this episode it's even more apparent, like wow, like it's so fucking good. I really wonder like what was different about it to like bring this up, because it's so good. Like I wish every episode of 99 was like this, man.
Yeah, I mean, worth noting, I've talked about this before, but this is a different director from the main TV series, so that probably has a lot to do with it. This director evidently saw something in Pakunoda and had a story to tell, and he told it.
Oh, yeah, he told it all right, and it was damn worth
I mean, it is Togashi's story. I don't want to discredit Togashi, but they took the story and enhanced it, I will say. I think this added a lot. I mean, it is all there in the manga as well. It's just more subtle.
Yeah.
This is the 99 classic of showing rather than telling, or telling rather than showing, whatever that would be. But done well. It's the best example of that.
Yeah.
Typically a narrative criticism, but I think it was handled very well.
They were very smart about the elements that they chose to actually like put an emphasis on showing here. is kind of the main thing, while still being kind of subtle with the messaging too. Like it wasn't completely. It could have been way more in our face than like it really was here with like the whole symbolic like found family thing, right? But just like kind of like focusing and honing in on that message and just really showcasing that, I think just works really well for an anime episode. Like I just have to admit that, even if it's not necessary, quote unquote, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that it was just very smart decisions all around with what they chose to expand on.
Totally. Yeah, I just have nothing but praise. I seriously was just dumbfounded by how good this episode was. It left me like jaw agape, literally clapping at nothing. Nobody's here. Nobody's in my room. Nobody's in my house.
No.
But I was fucking clapping at this shit. So damn good.
It was
bravo.
Incredible finale to an incredible arc for 99's adaptation.
Absolutely. And that's, yeah, I guess with that, that's Yorknew. So, on the whole, how was Yorknew? I will say I think it was very good for the most part, with some exceptions. There are some things that let me down. Kurapika versus Uvo, hit or miss. Mostly good, but it kind of didn't stick the landing. It had the weird back half of the episode that was just nonsense with what do we call them? Team Scalper?
Yeah, Team Scalper.
Yeah.
Team Scalper.
Team Scalper. Yeah, and just weird shuffling of events and cutting of things. Our boy, I can't even remember his name now. It's faded, but he got erased, basically.
Oh my god, why am I...
dude.
Zappelli?
Zeppile. That's how you say.
Why did I say Zappelli?
Zeppile, yeah.
That's a different character, I think.
That's JoJo.
That is JoJo. I don't even watch JoJo, and I know that name. That's funny. It's very similar, I guess.
That's very
similar names. I'm
Yeah.
sure not same person, but
no. But yeah. That's I don't know, just weird stuff all around. But I did really like this. I'm not gonna be one of those people that says 99 Yorknew's better than 2011 or the manga. I'm not that guy. There's a lot of you out there, I know, but I'm not going to be one of them. I'm sorry. I liked it a lot to love. Scenes, yes, I will definitely say are better than 2011. But on the whole, I would take 2011 over this. I wish I could combine them into a perfect product, but can't really do that.
hey, when we get the next adaptation of Hunter x Hunter in 2031, then we can talk about this, maybe. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe it could be a mixture of both. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
But no, my overall thoughts on Yorknew is very pretty much the same as yours. I think that it was very good all around. It's definitely the best arc that they adapted from the source material that 99 has done, right? I think all the other arcs they adapted, while some were still fine, like the kind of, the manga or 2011 was probably still going to be the preferred way for those. Yorknew, I definitely think there's more of an argument to be made for it, and I'm not going to say either that I prefer 99's version on the whole over 2011, but like you said, there's some very good scenes and very good character moments that 99 really showcased in a unique and fun way. That enhances the experience more than detracts from it. So I have to give it credit for that. And I can say for that alone, there is merit in watching 99's version of Yorknew to some degree. And I think anybody that's a fan of the source material in general can find enjoyment out of it, especially from episodes like episode 70 here. But yeah, on the whole, I prefer 2011's adaptation, but 99 has some very, very, very good moments, and I think it's a very good adaptation in general too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think with that, we are ready to check out what you guys had to say about these episodes.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a lot of discussion for these comments, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, now it's time to read what you guys have to say about Hunter x Hunter 1999 episode 69, nice, and 70, the end of Yorknew City, and the Yorknew OVA specifically. If you want to get in on the fun discussing any given topic week to week, make sure you keep an eye out for the YouTube community posts, as well as the call-out posts on Twitter and Bluesky. And of course, if you want to email us any thoughts that come to your mind, you can do so at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com. So, Starting off today with Edokawa's comment on the YouTube community post saying, Episode 7. This episode was great. I forgot that Franklin had a background in agriculture, but here his skills as a professional aura farmer were in full display. I was wondering where you were going with that comment. That was funny.
That's a good one.
He is an aura farmer. He's professional at that. The final "because we're friends" from the kids and Pakunoda's reaction might be my favorite moment in the whole OVA. Yeah, very good pick. I really like that
Very
moment a lot.
good.
Now I'm looking forward to see how 99 handled Hisoka's reaction when he learns that Krollo can't use Nen. It's so iconic in 2011. Yeah.
A little different.
But we'll get there here. Episode 8. Hisoka was just in complete denial in this adaptation. LOL. For a moment, it looked like he was dancing or cosplaying as a member of the Ginyu Force before attacking Krollo.
Yeah, he was posing.
Yeah. I guess that this is a neat adaptation, though, in that, like, the entire time he was, like, very obviously, like, he knew that he wasn't lying, but
yeah,
kept talking himself into thinking
different take on it.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe it, but the sound of the chains crushing Pakunoda's heart was just perfect. Yeah, we didn't talk about the sound design for that specifically but that was amazing too. Just like the sound of the heart being crushed. Oh my god. Yeah. The producers made a Nen contract to only use weird sounds everywhere else in exchange for that scene.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I think you're actually right about that.
They locked the fuck in for this one. It's like they suddenly realized, we were using way outdated sounds here. Let's just let's do this scene justice. When Kurapika's expression completely changed after Gon and Killua were rescued, it was so good and it really felt like the pacifist ending of a game. Overall, this is my favorite episode of the OVA by far, and I'm glad we got this instead of the anime original ending you covered a while ago. Yeah,
well, yeah.
I think we're all happy that didn't actually happen. Although there's a small part of me still that really wants to see it. Just
me too.
Just out of curiosity. But yeah, best episode of the OVA by far, for sure. Yeah. By the way, I'm so happy that our favorite character was here. The final episode wouldn't feel complete without dramatic Lightning Sean.
True.
It's always
very
there, baby.
True.
It's always there.
Always.
Thank you for writing in, Edokawa. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much. And next up we have Magitech, who says, Episode 69, nice. We start with one last scene that was omitted from 2011. The involvement of the great spy of the Zoldyck clan, Kaluto. It's funny how Ilumi has his cold, empty eyes on Killua, but him and Kaluto do have a clear connection that is yet to be explored. That's what we were talking about. Maybe one day. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Also, nice subtle change. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Also, nice subtle change of how Hisoka departed with the Ace of Spades and Ilumi popped up with the Ace of Clubs.
Oh! Wait, that's an awesome observation.
Very cool. I love that. Wow.
That's so good. What? Oh
That's
my
sick.
god. Okay, they put way more thought into that whole scenario than I even processed. That's awesome.
Yeah. Kurapika's final moment of doubt is as properly tense as it should be. 2011 had a very intense rock punk track here to accentuate the tension of it all, but 99 goes for a slower, more foreboding track, giving weight to the consequence of his action. By the way, real quick, just want to interrupt. Music in the Pakunoda scene was off the chain. I did not mention that. It was
my god, we didn't bring it up. Yeah.
It was incredible. I loved it so much. It sounded it's perfect. So perfect.
I don't think we can emphasize it enough. Like, that entire scene in its totality was perfect. Like, zero.
Yeah, everything about it.
Everything. There was nothing. I have nothing to complain about. I have only praise for that entire part of the episode.
Down to the sound effects. For the first time ever, we can say that. There's no, asterisk, the sound effects sucked. Nope. Even those were good.
Yep.
All good. Perfect.
I got
perfect
absolutely nothing I got nothing. It's good. It's that good.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Whichever that will be, the cuts to Gon and Killua as well. Instead of one imaginary ideal being shown as they are now in the spider's den, again, showing the weight of his decision. Also, Nobunaga lying unceremoniously in the middle of the ground. Yeah, I thought that was funny too. And just like with the tape before, here's another element that would take 1 or 2 decades to be continued. Yeah, Pyro. let's hope we see him again in the Succession War arc. Well, we see his head.
We do see his head. Maybe that comes into play. I suppose.
Maybe. But yeah, we didn't mention the pyro scene either. It was really small, and it is obviously present in the manga, and I think 2011 as well. I think
maybe it's been a bit since I've seen that one, admittedly, but
well, regardless, they do the whole movie, the really really good movie.
Yeah,
that shows us pyro.
Amazing movie, actually.
Yeah, incredible. Omo Kage-tastic.
Yeah, go watch our video on that one from way back when if you want to see a lot of praise for that movie.
Dylan, I thought there was like a hand reaching in your window for a second. My heart stopped. It's like, I don't know what that is, but yeah, I don't know what. There's something on your shelf. It looked like a hand like reaching.
Oh, like
the
back
lighting,
here?
it's like making it. No, on the windowsill. It's like the light is flickering off of it, so it looked like it was moving.
No, that's my candle that's lit back there. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was like, holy shit, is Dylan gonna die on camera right now?
That'd be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Live
It
death
would be.
reaction on the podcast.
Live death reaction. Yeah, that'd be crazy. I'd upload that to YouTube.
Yeah. It
Kaige reacts to Dylan dying on video.
wouldn't break the terms of service at all.
No. Anyways, I'll take this time to give one final prize to the chain animation and designs. In 2011, they're very shiny and silverish, while here they're dark and look more like iron. Wonder if him conjuring them out of his own blood had a part on that. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Back with the troop, and look, Nobunaga is still there. Note that's how he appeared in the manga 2011 too, but there they tried to hide him in the background. I like how Paku goes in a defensive stance since her arm is still very much broken, yet Machi is ready to crack some skulls. Yeah. It's funny how Gon, even though filled with rightful rage, is the one trying to convince others to take the peaceful route. But ultimately, this is Franklin's time to shine. What is that supposed to be? A stoic? I think stoic.
Yes.
The stoic and simple-minded of the group. Yeah, okay. Not what you'd expect from someone with machine guns for hands. Yeah, exactly. And here's the first time we get to see more of his mindset. A fisherman, the one that sits down and listens. Not proactive at first glance, but always ready to take action when the time comes.
Yep.
So true, and that's very evident in his role in Succession War so far as well.
It's a very unique mindset for somebody from the troop, and I think that's why like Franklin is a really interesting character, despite not really doing a whole lot in the series so far. Like he's just kind of the vibe of like whatever happens, and you know when shit goes down, I'll be there to deal with it. That's his entire thing.
Totally. But all that changes with a phone call, and God, I love how this scene breaks tension. It never feels out of place. Fink's face is priceless. I love the scene where they depart. The music is calm and relaxing after all the tension from before, and the talk between Finks and Franklin feels so genuine. Old friends that just had a discussion with an accented O. Interestingly. Our episode ends at the airport with the arrival of... We get one final clue just before with Ilumi dropping one of the... Hey, you caught it too. Yeah, I love that.
Awesome.
Love it. Episode 70. And Le Gasp. It's Hisoka. Yeah, I love how they don't reveal it in episode 69. Like, who else would it be? It's Netero. What?
It's Netero. He called Karapika personally.
Yeah,
Big threat here.
I don't know. I love the face deformation on Ilumi. Again, the animators didn't have to go that hard, as well as Paku's utter disdain and panic. Yeah, that was really good too. The ships anchor down and the exchange begins, and I must agree with Edokawa, that smile really feels like the good ending of a visual novel. Yorknew in general does kind of have visual novel vibes, honestly.
A little bit, I suppose, yeah.
And that contrast is heart-wrenching. From the happiness and laughter of our team to the cold silence between Paku and Crollo. Yeah, I know.
It's very, very intentionally placed there. And I really like that.
It's amazing how fast the scene goes in 2011 from Kurapika announcing the exchange. It's just 16 seconds before they're flying away. Yeah, it's they really drag it out here in a good way. I think it helps build the tension.
Yeah. Where tension is very much needed too. So like that decision is definitely reinforced here. Very preferable too.
Totally.
Because like that definitely like Yorknew's adaptation 2011 is also like not perfect by any means. I think some stuff happens pretty quickly there. I think that maybe they could have breathed a little bit longer before moving on to the next part, right?
Yeah.
So more merit to 99 as well for kind of enhancing some of those scenes by that regard. So,
totally.
Moving on to the second half of Match Next comment here. And with that out of the way, here it is, the moment of Hisoka. I think I better start by saying this. I love Hisoka's face. I laughed my ass off when I saw it in the manga, and 2011 did an absolutely fantastic rendition of it. This is the most disgruntled we've ever seen Hisoka at this point, or since, which only makes this scene become funnier and funnier as time goes by. Having said that, I understand why they changed it here. Let's forget that the past 25 years happened and put ourselves in the mindset of the showrunners at the time. And that mindset is that the future is uncertain, Togashi is Togashi, and there's no way to know what the future of Hunter x Hunter will be. All very true statements, for sure.
Yes.
The anime run already ended, and with the proposed conclusion that was discovered, we're lucky that this OVA even existed. There's no telling if there'd be another anime or more OVAs. As far as they knew, this could be it, the grand finale, last time non-manga readers would ever see Hisoka. And if that was the case, they would send them off with as much homoerotic flamboyance as they could crave in 3 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely see your point there. Like, with a future that uncertain, they probably just wanted to go as all out as they could, given the situation that Hisoka was in there.
Yeah.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it, but this scene, it's a huge meme on the 99 Latin American community. It's like the Hunter x Hunter equivalent of it's over 9,000. If you ever want to experience it, just Google Hisoka no puedo detenerme. Is that how I say that? I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry.
Detenerme? I don't know. That's a weird word.
I suppose I will Google that later, though. I didn't know there was a big Latin American meme around that.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Also, I think it's a good scene in of itself. It does bring even more weight to what Melody said. It's not any day that Hisoka challenges someone to a staring match and he's the one that blinks. Yeah,
true.
Very true. We resume briefly with our heroes, with Kurapika explaining what happened and going very worried over his friend, and then he faints. Too long on Emperor time. Who knows how many years this single night took out of him. I don't even want to think about it, man.
Yeah.
And that's the last we see of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's funny how they had that mindset for Hisoka, if what you're saying is correct, but they sure didn't for the main characters.
I mean, I suppose at this point they got a lot of juice out of him already. Maybe that's the mindset.
Yeah.
And with that, we're finally here. The moment that I and many others have been waiting since the 99 reviews were announced, and what I consider the final, unequivocal, undisputed, and undebated 99 did it better, the death of Paku Noda. It's peak. Yes. Yeah. Breathe it in. From beginning to end, it's absolute cinema, and it all starts with a cat. In the manga, this is not even a page. It's like 3 tiny panels. You wouldn't even notice it if you're just skimming through. But here, it's all a metaphor. Yorknew skyscrapers fade into Meteor City, and it's piles of trash that seem to touch the clouds as her memories take over, all the way till she carries the cat back to his clouder. I didn't even know that was a word, if I'm being honest with you, but now I know.
Never heard it before.
Just a bunch of strays.
That is a word. That is literally a group of cats. All right.
What?
I guess there's a word for that. Yep, that's what that means.
We got to start putting that in our vocabulary. That's a good word.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just a bunch of strays living amongst yesterday's garbage. There's only the sound of water dripping and the echo of their voices. Finks threatens her once more, and she pulls her gun. Her theme begins playing as she names her friends, asking them to trust her one last time. The music raises along with the chains. The chains! The way we can hear them rattling before they manifest from beneath the shadows, like a ghost, like death. Her face shaking with fear as the chains reflect on her eyes. It's so peak, dude. It's so peak.
So good.
The final memory Finks got from Paku was one of gratitude. It's a scene that has only gotten better with time as we finally got their backstory. Paku is dead on the ground. Shizuku, the aloof and airheaded, is shaken. Franklin, the rock of the group, looks broken. Phaeton, the one who's always on guard, looks lost. Finks, the most antagonistic and the one that distrusted Pakunoda the most, is the one to step forward to explain and amend the relationship of the spider.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Good.
Great narration of this episode, I gotta say.
Continuing, and so 99 ends with Crollo, wind blowing on his coat, the sun shining on his face, his mind wrapped around a poem, and his eyes on the east. There's a lot to be said about this ending, as many of us will, as well as this OVA in specific, Yorknew in particular, and 99 overall. I think I'll save my thoughts about 99 in general for a few weeks, till we're a bit deeper into Greed Island. Interesting to give your final thoughts midway through Greed Island, but all right, I'll hear them.
Implications there, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah. So going from big to small. Some have said that Yorknew is to 99 what the Chimera Ants were for 2011, and I feel it's an apt comparison. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I could see it.
It's the arc where the production locked in and tried to deliver the best renditions of the story they could, full of great and memorable moments, big and small. Huge moments like the Requiem and Kurapika versus Uvo, and small quiet moments like the death of Pakunoda and the interactions of Crollo and Neon. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's an arc full of beauty and violence from the dark and the macabre, like the Scarlet Eyes and a dark Requiem, to the simple and the mundane. The beauty of a poem, a flute solo, a hidden treasure in an auction, and the love and loyalty of friends, companions, found family, lovers, and even dogs and their owner. It's also been said that it's an arc about resignation and compromise, a story where two foes hunt for each other throughout, and in the end, both realize that what's at stake is too much, and so both end up leaving, neither having truly won or lost. It's exactly what I love so much about this arc. I love how it ends so much. It's like a non-climax. Like, it's nothing happens technically on paper.
Nothing happened, but a lot happened.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. I love Togashi. He's just such a bold writer, and I have so much respect for it. Nobody would do this shit. All this stuff that he does with his manga, nobody else in the biz would do.
No, especially in modern day shonen. No, this entire arc would end with like Crollo dying or something, and like that's that, you know.
Yeah, be like a whole war against the troop or something. All the mafia families involved.
Yeah.
This would never go down like this. Except for Hisoka, who came to this arc with seemingly nothing to lose and somehow left it with less than what he had. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's wild.
And I just want to add this. Pakunoda and Melody are the absolute MVPs of this arc, and a testament to Togashi's writing and
subversions.
Subversions? Yeah. At a time like the late 90s, early 2000s, early 2000s, he makes two pivotal characters with zero fighting highlights, where all their importance comes from their skill at gathering information and their relationship to others, and their importance can never be understated. This arc would be unimaginably different without either of them here. Ed walked in front of my camera, audio listeners. Sorry. Hisoka can't be stopped. Like I said before, it's not hard to see Hisoka's moment reaching meme status, especially with those powerful pelvic pulses. Yeah, I forgot to mention he does like air hump a couple times.
Classic Hisoka.
It's funny. It's probably his most over the top in the whole of 99, and if you're going to change that face for something else, it better be something memorable, and I think this definitely was. Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
The death of Pakunoda. It's been over 20 years since I first saw this scene, and it still gives me chills. Pakunoda's theme was written for this scene in specific. That's why the music and the visual blend themselves so masterfully. You can find it easily with a simple search, but funnily enough, you'll feel the absence of chains.
Man.
Crollo and the future. This is by far a most peculiar way to end the show, but if you think about it, it's not rare at all. A show ending with the vanquished villain plotting his comeback, I can think of many that end like that. It's not the plot, it's its presentation. There's not a shred of fear or menace in this entire scene. On the contrary, it feels hopeful. Like the show is inviting us to follow Crollo on his new journey, and that was probably intentional. For me, this final scene is a silent testimony of the state of Hunter x Hunter and its fans at the time. Like I said before, there was no guarantees that things would continue. All we can do is move forward, having nothing with us but an ambiguous promise.
Well said. That was beautiful.
Very, very well said. It was. Yeah, that was very good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for writing in. That was very good discussions there. Really enjoyed reading that.
Yes, thank you so much.
Next up, we have a comment from Rex George Rodriguez. Welcome back. Commenting again. Second week in a row, I believe, right? If I'm remembering that correctly. Hi, glad to be back here. I've been off social media for a few months because of a new job, but I'm slowly catching up again. I'm so glad you still remember me. Thank you, guys. Dude, no problem at all.
Of course we do.
You're an OG, and, we'll always remember you for that. Now for my episode reviews and overall thoughts on the Yorknew Arc in the 1999 version. Episode 69. I know my comment here might sound a bit redundant, but seeing the scene with Kabuto and Ilumi helping Hisoka escape the base is really cool. It was omitted in the 2011 version, but present here and in the manga, and it does a great job of quietly setting up future developments, especially knowing what happens later with Kabuto, Ilumi, and the Phantom Troop in the Succession War arc. That dynamic was always there, it just didn't come out of nowhere. I also really liked the extended scene of Pakunoda walking toward the airship, since that moment exists in the manga, but was skipped in 2011. Oh, I didn't even realize that was skipped in 2011, just like walking to the airship. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Just kind of there.
Yeah.
When it comes to Kurapika's dilemma over the hostage exchange, I honestly love both versions, 1999 and 2011, for different reasons. Once Pakunoda arrives at the base, the tension ramps up fast, and it genuinely feels like a fight could break out at any moment. Yes, the tension was palpable there in that situation. Franklin stepping in to voice his idea was a great way to cut that tension, and Shalnark's phone getting tossed around still makes me laugh. One small detail I loved, fake Hisoka, Ilumi, casually shuffling cards and dropping one, but we've seen in earlier episodes that the real Hisoka shuffles cards flawlessly. It's such a short but smart visual cue. Yeah, can never go wrong with the little details. Mm-hmm. Episode 70, warning, scattered thoughts. That's okay. We accept that. We accept scattered thoughts here. Fake Hisoka's face contorting here is both funny and unsettling. I also cracked up when Hisoka in this version doesn't immediately believe Crollo when he says he can't use Nen and starts pushing him to drop the act and fight, including that absolutely unhinged air humping moment. We really should have talked about that moment more. We kind of just skimmed over that. But
yeah.
It was very, very funny. Very Hisoka-like.
It was.
I honestly couldn't believe my eyes. As for Pakunoda, the 1999 version really gives her more room to shine. Her death hits much harder here, especially with the way Kurapika's chains approach her so calmly, almost divinely, delivering the final judgment. Oh my god. I'm at the point where like I'm getting chills just like thinking about it and just like reading.
I know,
reading
me
the thoughts.
too. It's such a good scene.
The added scenes with the cats and the brief glimpses of Meteor City, combined with Crollo calling her Paku, hit even harder now that we know more about their backstory from the manga.
Exactly.
Completely agree. Overall thoughts on the arc and 1999. I really love how this version presents the Yorknew arc. It feels very different from 2011. It is grittier, more mysterious, with a nice balance between action and atmosphere. The art style plays a big role in that. It feels raw and unpolished in a way that actually enhances the mood. I especially appreciate how this version ends the arc on a more spiritual note, both visually and emotionally. The downside is the sloppy sound effects, but the soundtrack more than makes up for it. It's absolutely phenomenal. Yeah.
Truth
nuke, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for commenting, Rexford Rodriguez. Really, really appreciate it.
Yes, very nice to have you around again, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here he is, ending off. I think is this the last one?
Yes.
Yeah, insert name is here. All right, starts off episode funny number.
Oh, so you're going by our episode?
Yeah.
Again.
Hey, now you saw that this was 69, and you decided to change your rules. I see right through you, insert name. I know what you did. I absolutely adore the scene of Hisoka doing the swap with Ilumi, a scene I really felt was needed to justify how it was even possible. Outside of the obvious Nen-based,
Chicanery.
Chicanery? That's a word?
I think so. I've heard it before. I can't really...
It does sound familiar.
Okay, chicanery, the use of trickery to achieve a political, financial, or legal purpose. I guess political is slightly fitting.
I guess.
We're being a little loose with that, but it works.
Kaluto is definitely one of the designs who benefits the most from the art style of 99, and using them here is very fitting as they present a mysterious figure that allows for the switch in a really visually fun way. They belong here, look good while doing so, and their eerie presence adds to the ambiance of the scene. Seeing Hisoka walk out after the switch is really fun, though I will say Hisoka's walk at the beginning of the scene is a bit too stifled. Or stilted. Sorry. I do think the matte look of Kurapika's eyes during this altercation does hinder my enjoyment a bit. They lessen the intensity of what by all rights is a good moment. The repeating images and pans during this section are certainly a choice. Also, we get a black screen on what I assume is supposed to be the hideout, since whatever was supposed to show there has been digested by the darkness. I see.
Yeah.
Hello, Pyro. Love that they are drawn in that childhood drawing effect. Yeah, that was cool. Judgment Chain looks pretty sick here. Looking here. You couldn't decide how you wanted to word that. Especially when he shifts to white for a bit. Really sells the impact. I'm not sure why they chose to have the entire screen be Paku's chest during that scene, but I'm not complaining. Wow, look at you.
Barely missed her boob. It was pretty impressive.
It was, yeah. We get some decent looking lightning in the subsequent. Do you mean lighting though? In the subsequent scenes, and a pretty fun defined expression from Machi when she gets serious. I do not think Cortopi and Machi are gonna stop by Phaeton and Finks though. But when we get a pretty fun Gon expression with his tongue out to break the tension. The animation of them breaking their chains is also pretty good. I really love that scene in general. Not only is the reveal that the two kids could break out at any time very effective at establishing their moral stance, but the general dialogue between the troop members shows a great level of operational intelligence. Anime can have an over-reliance on smart people just having the answers, but Togashi is very effective here. Not always good at this. At showcasing their intelligence as a logical cascade of questioning and reason. One of the most effective tactics in a situation is to break down into smaller parts and test assumptions. One of the few times I think we get to see characters with characteristic intelligence I expect of Hunter x Hunter, and it's a pity we don't see it as much with Nen. True. I love the small detail that Illumi knows he needs to be doing card tricks, but he isn't as good as Hisoka, so he messes up and the cards drop to the floor. Yeah, I'm glad we all noticed that.
I'm shocked that none of the troop ever notices that, though. Like, you would think that's like a telltale sign. Like,
I know. If we're noticing it, they should notice too.
Yeah, like, hey, like, something's a little bit off with Hisoka tonight, don't you think, guys? Like,
I'd probably chalk it up to just like it being kind of a stressful situation.
I
honestly, knowing Hisoka though, I actually wouldn't buy that. I don't think he would really give a shit.
When has he ever shown emotion in general around the troop?
Yeah. Episode 70. How do they not notice Illumi's bubbling face? Yeah.
That too.
Yeah. I know Machi might not want to look at his face, but he also apparently ate the gum fruit because his face makes rubber noises. Yep, they love that rubber sound. So interesting thing on the can Crollo use chain jail debate. Kurapika indicates he thinks Crollo could have told Hisoka. So in his mind, he's not a member. If Crollo upgrades his book to use his perspective on the limitations of abilities and not Kurapika, then if he sees Hisoka as a member, well in line with his beliefs of Judas, he could in fact use Chain Gel on Hisoka. I think this would be brilliant. It would recontextualize his convo with Hisoka as him figuring out Kurapika's ability.
Wait, that's such a smart idea, actually.
That is pretty interesting, yeah. I like that.
Okay.
We finally get truly Hisoka-esque poses, and they are admittedly fun even if they lack the flair of 2011. Yeah, it's different presentation. That said, I do think it's a bit jarring given the lack of energy they have given Hisoka so far relative to their other versions. Yeah, I will also say the voice acting wasn't the best. I feel like this voice actor doesn't play this side of Hisoka very well.
No.
He's much better at playing like the kind of creepy, methodical Hisoka rather than the flamboyant, showy Hisoka.
Yeah, not to say it was like bad necessarily, but like certainly not a kind of way of talking that he's used to. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, definitely felt out of his element. That said, if there's any time to be extra, this is it. I especially love Hisoka doing a riffle into the wind and the cards circling in the current. Yeah, it's really cool. It is a fun visual, and in general, the final episode does a good job of using the swirling cards. Also, Crollo, how are you getting down from there? They just leave him on a mesa. Oh yeah, it is a mesa. Also, poor Hisoka looking shell-shocked. Yeah, we've talked about that before. I have no idea how Crollo got down from there. It actually makes no sense.
I mean,
I guess it took him a while.
I could believe that he just kind of jumped down and somehow didn't break his knees. You know, it's fine.
You could believe that?
It's
with no Nen?
It's Crollo. You know, he's basically superhuman in my mind.
Yeah, he grew wings.
Yeah.
Without Nen.
He used his cape as a parachute.
Okay.
Yeah. Always is a trick up his sleeve.
I see. Yeah.
Continuing on with Insert Names comment. Finally, we arrive at the last of the big moments I've been waiting to see your reactions to. Paku's long walk, man. In general, I think people overplay how much the overall scene is better in 1999, but this new material is undeniably a fantastic addition. The score during this moment is incredible. The general atmosphere in the scene is very effective. It's pensive and quiet and calm. But the upbeat music gives a sense of movement and momentum lying beneath the surface of the moment. The choice to compare the troupe to stray cats, along with a visual metaphor of a black cat for Crollo and a white cat for Paku, is an apt one. They are survivors flocking together, and this moment marks her return. I think Pakunoda's long walk that they give her is supposed to be reminiscent of a Garden of Gethsemane moment. Is that how you say that? I don't know. I'm sorry if I butchered that.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. A period of contemplation and reflection before acceptance / self-sacrifice to absolve one's peers from their own actions. Well, I guess we explained it here. Makes sense. This exists in all versions, but its expansion here really heightens the pathos of the moment. Hunter x Hunter plays a lot with Christian themes, and while I'm not Christian, I can see the narrative draw of the human element to the idea of knowing what you have to do, but desperately wanting another solution. An element of denial in the face of death, and so many other emotions endemic to the human experience that cannot be fully expressed in words. The story of the willing sacrifice, its mythos in popular culture, is a touchstone that was used to connect the difficult choices of man with the divine. Its use here, at its base level, this level of reflection shows the role in animation of showing a punch twice. It gets you a moment to breathe and consider the moment prior to it happening. To pray for an alternate course, to feel the impending doom. Pakunoda's death doesn't absolve the troupe of their sins, but it certainly ends the conflict, severs the longer chains of fate, if only for a moment, and allows everyone to regain a sense of their humanity. Maybe I'm reaching here, but I do firmly believe this moment to be Togashi's attempt at playing with these themes. And 1999 heightens that moment by giving us more time for a pensive mood to establish itself. That's a really solid interpretation of this entire
Yeah.
scene, I think.
I really like that.
Yeah, very, very unique from, how I would assume other perspectives of the scene are. But yeah, I know Hunter x Hunter definitely likes to play along with the Christian themes, and this, I could very much see the connection that you're trying to convey here with that. The actual moment of the mind transfer, I controversially think, is nominally better in 2011 and the manga. But it's certainly close in a perfectly executed version of the scene. That's interesting. Okay. The firing of her gun is very fluid. We get a return of the static TV memory mode they just didn't use for some reason last time. Yeah, I'm happy they used that again. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But what really makes the moment, and is perhaps the biggest strength of this version outside of the edition, is the impeccable confluence of the music picking up and the slow rising of the chain. The shine of the chain.
That chain.
Yeah, God, that chain, dude. The shine of the chain gives a sense of momentum towards her and makes it feel ominous and unstoppable. All the while, the music is telling us this is the moment she dies. Then
unstoppable. I love that word for that. It's
God.
So cool.
Then lines and balls. Not the biggest fan of those. Okay, well, I mean, it was a memory bomb. Whatever, it's fine. But in all seriousness, I think this does a really effective job at showing her death, and the way they cut the music as she lies there lifeless forces you and the characters to just sit there and process the moment. Yeah, they cut the music immediately as she kind of just killed over.
So cool.
I think this ending goes a long way to the way people think about 1999. I think it's fantastic, personally. It's not all of what I want from Hunter x Hunter, but it's going out on a high point both for the value of 1999 as a whole and Yorknew. If you watch this, you're going to be left in a moment of impeccable execution of a tragedy, not the shoddy production values of Heaven's Arena, the slow march through the Hunter exams, the pitch black caverns of the tunnels, or the bizarre movement of events. Your last taste of 1999 is treating Hunter x Hunter with the reverence it deserves, and I think a lot of people do not remember the bad stuff just this moment. Kind of leans back into kind of how me and Kaige's predictions were of 99 bias earlier on in the series.
Yeah.
Narratively, I don't think it's a fitting end for the show, but it is fundamentally the largest single moment of emotional impact the story has. It's a moment of pathos and tragedy that's going to leave you feeling bittersweet. In fact, I think it's really fitting that the end of 1999 doesn't involve the main character because this is what they cared about. They cared about the human story of hatred and sacrifice, not the elaborate world or power system. And you know they didn't execute on My Hunter x Hunter, but they did effectively do this. Or execute on My Hunter x Hunter. What does that mean? I'm having trouble interpreting that sentence.
I think his personal, take on Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, yeah, because of the elaborate world power system. Okay, I understand now. My bad.
Yeah.
Brain fart. But yeah, I agree, for sure. And beautifully said, too, also, I have to note. I want to take a moment to do a little retrospective on 1999 as a whole. I've made it very clear I do not think 1999 is an effective adaptation of the material of Hunter x Hunter. It just treats too many important pivotal elements of the series poorly for me to do that. People imagine 1999 at the heights of its dramatic and visual appeal, and that quality varies wildly below those peaks and into subpar at times. Its story and direction simply don't appreciate the elements of world building I think define Hunter x Hunter. But I do rewatch 1999 frequently enough because it does have decisions and moments I think have value within the ecosystem of Hunter x Hunter as a whole. Personally, my top 5 moments / editions in 1999 are 1, episode 45 as a whole. Yes, that was a fantastic episode. I remember.
Yeah.
2, Dol Calzones, or Dol Calzones. Oh yeah, you gave him a funny name. I forgot. Cool as fuck sword. Dalzone.
What am I forgetting?
Dalzone.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, his sword was very cool. I agree.
That was a sick ass sword. Yeah.
3, Pakunoda's death. 4, the Leorio filler stuff at the beginning. Yeah, very good too. It's been a while.
Minus how that filler starts, because it is really weird and contrived. How there's a second tunnel in this tunnel, and then they get out because of who is it? Leorio that just like carries around bombs in his jacket. They just blew a hole in the wall.
No, that was
Who had the
that was
bombs?
Karapika.
Killua.
No, that was Killua.
No, it was Killua.
Yeah. No, but he's
Yeah,
talking.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
he's talking about when Leorio met Gon in like the second episode, though. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
that episode. I thought you meant the stuff where he sees his friend, like the dead friend.
Oh, maybe
lost,
he's
but-
talking about that too. Maybe I could see both. Both were good, I thought, but yeah, minus the bombs and the
Yeah.
tunnel and that tunnel in general, whatever. Yeah.
Regardless, though, episode 2 is really great. Yeah.
Yes. And 5, the filler in the third phase. Sure. My thoughts on that have been made clear in the past. That not my favorite.
I liked it.
But it's good. Though there's plenty of small moments I also enjoy. I just can't get over Heaven's Arena. Yorknew is
Yeah.
great. yeah. I mean, I understand now. Yorknew is great, but I do think people underestimate the value of the consistent quality of animation that 2011 provides in comparison. Absolutely, for sure.
I agree.
To me, this is a series to take Hunter x Hunter moments out of, but not Hunter x Hunter itself. What it is a container for the darkness that would consume the world. But in all seriousness, I'm curious for your thoughts. This is what is generally considered to be the end of 1999, and I'm eager to see what you think of it now that you've seen it all. Wow.
We haven't though. I'm not of that opinion. I don't. Even if I end up hating Greed Island, I'm not gonna be this guy. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, 99 ended with Yorknew. It just didn't. It straight up didn't. There is more.
I'll be real. It only makes me want to watch the Green Island OVAs more because, like, I'm just
Yeah.
so curious. Like, what is it about that's making you consider it to just be like a mythical entity of 1999 that doesn't actually exist? Like, I'm so curious.
It's the same. It's the same studio, same crew. I looked ahead. It uses the same music. It has the same little end credit roll thing. It's all the same. I don't know why you're so against it, but I guess I'll find out.
Yeah, no, we'll find
But-
out sooner rather than later for sure.
From what we watched, I think I made it pretty clear. I think actually pretty much the same thing you said. I think as a whole, not the best thing in the world, but it has really, really great moments. I like it for the most part. I will definitely watch this again in the future. I find a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Mhm.
But I think on the whole, 2011, and I mean, obviously the manga, but that goes without saying, are both significantly better.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts are pretty similar. I won't reiterate them, but there is some value in 1999, and it is a different experience all around. So, like, its existence is justified to a degree. And obviously it came before 2011, so, like, you can't even really use that as an argument against it. But
No.
it's I mean, there is stuff to take out of here, but I definitely think as the whole, 2011 is better.
And I do like just the existence of filler and Hunter x Hunter. I think it's interesting to see like what the writers came up with.
Yeah.
And especially now that we have 2011 too, so that doesn't have filler. So, well, it does have some, but
Very minor.
not
filler.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, insert name actually continues. We let him get off with another comment this week because it's just a little bonus thing. He says, to commemorate getting to the end of the original run of the 1999 show, you're such a liar. But the end of the show was actually 8 episodes ago, if you want to be technical. If you don't include Greed Island, why are you including this OVA, huh? Tell me. Tell me all about it. I decided to crunch some numbers in total. Commenters on your video have commented how did you do this?
What in the
A total of 78,920 words in response to your weekly call-out posts. That is enough for your average young adult novel.
That really puts things in
Wow.
perspective. What in the world?
That's
What have we created?
insane. Yeah. I personally have contributed 40,330 words to that number.
Over
Holy
half.
shit. It's like half. That's more than half.
more than 50%. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Imagine if we
I
kept
wanna shout
the
out-
comments uncapped, by the way. When...
Yeah, it'd be even higher.
Ugh.
I want to shout out Magitech, who eclipsed my weekly word count 5 times. Let's go, Magitech.
Okay.
Yeah. Xander and Phillard Millmore each did it once. Let's go, Xander and Phillard
Okay,
Millmore.
yeah.
That's impressive, too.
We take those.
Let's go. Yeah. Magitech was second behind me in total word count at 21,831 words.
Dude.
That's a lot too, man.
How long did you take to pull all this information? That is so insane to me. Why would you?
Yeah,
do
this is ridiculous, bro. I like, holy shit. This is awesome,
Yeah,
but wow.
I appreciate the statistics, but you're actually crazy for doing that. That could not be me.
I thank you. This is really cool information to have, but wow. I can't believe you did this. The week with the most words was week 40 to 42, discussing Heaven's Arena. Was that the end of Heaven's Arena?
Probably.
I'd have to
Probably the Hisoka
yeah.
going fight, I'd have to imagine.
Yeah, there was a lot to talk about with that batch. Though that is in large part to the longest individual comment, one of mine that was 5,179 words long, skewing the data. So I love how you admit that skews the data. Yeah, it sure did. If excluding that mammoth comment, the following week would be the winner at about 400 less at 6,420 for the following batch. By the way, that comment was 2,362 words longer than the next largest comment, and the gap between those comments is larger than the longest comment by a person who is not insert name. Millard Fillmore, you say. It's Fillard Millmore, though, at 2,078.
It's funny because you said it right the first time earlier.
Yeah, you got them both. Millard Fillmore, that's my goat. I have really enjoyed hearing your insights on the series, and it's been fun. Why are you doing this like a post-mortem? We still got episodes.
He's about to like fake out like on our next episode. It's like, surprise, I'm back, like a Marvel like cameo, you know.
Yeah.
He's faking us out. There will be a post-credit scene.
Yeah, insert name post-credit scene. It's been fun being able to see your reactions to the wacky and wild world of 1999. Thank you, and we've had a blast having you along for the ride. It wouldn't be the same without you, insert name. Really appreciate you.
It really would
and everything you do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a highlight of the community comments for sure, and I think everybody can agree to that too. You have long posts for a reason. You have very like unique thoughts, so it's been nice being able to read those.
Yeah.
So
I hope you join us for Greed Island.
I sure hope so too. I that would be awesome, you know. But you know, your decision at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
So with that, we're wrapping up community comments today. Thank you to everybody who submitted this week. This was a really, really fun discussion and really fun batch of episodes, obviously. Usual reminder, if you want to get in on the fun with these kind of discussions, you can do so by checking out YouTube community posts every single week, as well as call-out posts on Twitter and Bluesky whenever those go up. And of course, you can always email us your thoughts for pretty much anything, honestly, if you so please, at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com.
That's right, and with that, this has been the Hunter Association. Thank you so much for listening. We are available on all major podcasting platforms as well as YouTube for the video version. Be sure to follow, rate, review, and comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter at TXHXAPod as well as Bluesky at THAPod for updates on the show and as an alternative way to submit responses to the weekly call-out posts. As always, we'll be here at the same time every week talking about Hunter x Hunter. Dylan, where can people find you online?
You can find me online at DJ Tengen. That's DJTENGEN on Twitter and Bluesky. Yeah, go give me a follow if you're interested in seeing what I'm up to.
Yes, and you can find me on YouTube and Bluesky at Manga Kaige. Manga Kaige Awards just happened recently, so if you want to see what myself and my community thought were the best manga characters, chapters, what else? The worst manga,
best series,
best opening,
right?
ending.
Yeah, that was
best series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or best chapter. That was.
It was best chapter. My bad.
Yeah, that was the botched one. Yeah, go check that out. More stuff to come, as always. Jumps back this week. As for the show, we are off next week, guys. Yeah. Sorry, we're not getting into Greed Island quite yet. As much as I want to, we are going to be off next week because we're going to LA. Yep. Both of us, actually. We're going to be in LA for a Persona. It's just Persona concert, not just 5, right?
Yep. It'll be focused on 5 and 3, but yeah. Yeah, Persona.
Oh yeah, 4 is getting shafted. That's
A
right.
liture bit, but you know what? That's fine. It's okay.
It's funny because one of the people going with us, that's the only game he has played. So that'll be fun, I'm sure.
That's unfortunate. Sure, maybe they play a song or two, Copium, you know. But
I hope.
anyways, yeah, we'll be in Hollywood that weekend, so no episode.
Yeah,
For...
we're there to put ourselves on the Walk of Fame for the Hunter Association.
There we go.
Podcast.
Yeah. Check our socials for Kaige and Dylan on the Walk of Fame.
You can check out our new Walk of Fame, whatever those are called, sidewalk pieces.
yeah.
It'll be hype. I'm right next to Godzilla. So.
True. Yeah. We'll find it. Don't worry. Yeah.
All right. But when we return, I'm gonna say the topic, but this is subject to change. We're still pretty early in the planning process for this episode, but I'll say it anyways, just so you can prepare. It should be an episode about Hunter x Hunter Glup Shittos. So, random background characters, some unnamed, some named. It'll be a fun episode if it happens. It'll happen at some point, but I'm just not entirely confident it'll be the week after. But keep an eye out for a community post and on our socials for what the topic will be. But prepare for that to be the topic because it more than likely will happen.
Yeah, get your thoughts flowing now of your favorite Glup Shittos, and we'll talk about it on the show. I think it'll be a very funny episode, if nothing else.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that one. But then after that, we will begin Greed Island.
Yes.
Assuming the manga isn't coming back and we'll have to shift to other things.
Which, at the rate we're going with the magazine, maybe March is more of a time frame for the earliest it could come back. So we have time still. But, yeah. Prepare for Greed Island later in February.
All right, guys. Oh, wait, Dylan, you want to give some brief Bleach updates?
Oh, yeah. So I don't think I'm finished with everything in Waco Mundo just yet necessarily, but I just finished the Ichigo fight with Ulquiorra. It was peak. I loved it a lot. Everything happening in Karakura Town is a little bit more of a mixed bag, but it's been a lot of fun. Bleach, if nothing else, has just very good looking fights for the most part, so I can appreciate that even when some of it's a little bit middling at times maybe, but. I'm having a really good time with it overall, and yeah, everything happening in Waco Mundo has been fantastic. So I'm really liking what I'm reading. I'm about 340 something chapters in, 350 something like that. So making good progress. I'm over halfway done with the manga already.
Yeah, very exciting stuff. All right, guys, that's all we got this week. So we will not see you next week. Sorry, but we will be back the following week. Glup Shittos. Look forward to it.
All right, take it easy, everybody. We'll see you not next week, but the week after.
Yep. Take it easy, guys.
Take it easy.